Hello students, good morning. I am Purnima and I stand before you children to revise you the poem which I had already started in the children my previous video. So the name of the poem is A Photograph. We all know that what is a photograph, and children, I think everybody must be having a photograph, and you will see children, lot of you must be really collecting lot of sweet memories, okay, isn't it? And lot of photograph or the photo album must be there in your house. So children, this photograph is a poem which is written by Shirley Johnson, okay. And what is the photograph is about? This photograph is it is having the photograph of Shirley Dawson's mother when she was 12 years of age, okay. And she went to the sea beach with her cousin to enjoy the sea holiday. Now children, here in this poem Shirley Dawson has described about the two past memories, okay. What are the two past memories? One is the past memories of her mother. She is remembering children when she is having that photograph which is there on the thick cardboard. When she sees the photograph, what does she feels, she started remembering that when she was 12 years of age, she went to the sea beach with her cousin Betty and Dolly. And children, she was a tall lady, tall girl, okay. And both her side where her sister were standing, and an uncle, their uncle also went with them. And children, she was smiling in a very sweet manner. Shirley Thompson's mother, she stood in the center. And what happened, children, uh, what actually happened, children, the mother, she was smiling, and her smile was so sweet that her smile was captured in the photograph by her uncle. So she is looking at that photograph, she is remembering about her past life, and she is telling to Shirley, to her daughter Shirley, that how they enjoyed when they went to a sea beach. So this is the first memory. So I first in this poem, children, there are two memories are described here. So one memories is the past memories of her mother, okay, and the other memory is of Shirley Dawson herself. What is her memories? What is her sweet memories? Children, her sweet memories is that when she sees the photograph, she started remembering, she started recollecting thoughts about her mother who she had lost now. Her mother is not there now, she died, okay. And she is remembering that photograph, and she remembered, children, how when the mother saw that photograph, then for that photograph was in her hand, what happened, children? She showed that photograph to Shirley Dawson and discussed about her sea holidays with a cousin and how the uncle has captured it. So children, here two past memories of two peoples are described. One is the past memories of Shirley Dawson's mother, and she is showing that photograph to her daughter, and she is telling that this is the time when we went, this is the photograph when we went to sea beach and enjoyed there. And what is the children, the narrator's sweet memories? She is recollecting that she started recollecting when her mother was alive, and she was showing her this photograph only, and discussing and told her about, children, how she enjoyed on the sea beach with her cousin, and an uncle was there who had taken that photograph, who had captured that photographs, okay. So children, this poem is about. Now before starting explaining the photograph, I will be telling you something. Like the photograph pasted on the cardboard shows two girls cousins. So children, along with her mother who was there, along with her mother, two cousins were also there, okay. One was Betty and the other was Dolly, who went paddling in the sea with the poetess mother, okay. Each of them was holding one of the hands of the poet mother, okay. So children, this photograph pasted on the cardboard shows two girls cousin Betty and Dolly, who went paddling in the sea with the poetess mother. Each of them was holding one of the hands of the poet's mother, who was a big girl of some 12 years. So children, here big girl means children the elder, the eldest one. Okay, so she was the eldest among the three, and children one of both her cousins, she was standing in the center, and both the cousins, they were standing at both the side, and they were holding the hand. And children, all the three girls, they were stood facing the camera as her uncle was capturing the photograph. And children, they pushed their head aside to smile, and children, the hair was coming over the face because the wind was blowing, and they were just pushing the hairs towards the side, and they were smiling. Thus the camera, all they stood still facing the camera, they pushed their head aside to smile. Thus the photograph presently smiling faces. The face of the poet mother is a sweet one. So children, the face of the poet mother is a very sweet. It was of a time before she was born. Children, that her Shirley Dawson, she loved that face of her mother in that photograph. And she remember, children, at that time her mother, she was not born also. Shirley Thompson was not born. In fact, her mother was not married also. So but she loved that smile, that sweetness in her face. She loved that face which was there in the photograph. It was a time before she was born. Their feet, which were being washed by sea water for a very short time, have been photographed along with the sea, which appears to have changed less. The poet thus indirectly hints that her mother's face has changed over the year. Now children, when she was born and when children she started passing her time with her mother, now she children acknowledge this fact that her mother children photograph was much changed. Her face was much changed now. Okay. After a lapse of time, say some 20 or 30 years later, the poet mother would laugh at the snapshot. Now children, 30 years after taking that photograph, now she has her Shirley Dawson is born, and she is grown up also. The mother is having that photograph in her hand. Okay, she is laughing on that, seeing the photograph, and she is showing that photograph to her daughter Shirley Dawson. She would refer to the photograph and recollect how her cousin Betty and Donnie had dressed themselves for the beach when they went on a sea holiday. So children, a sea holiday was there. Okay, she laughed as she sees they went for a holiday, and children, how the waves are washing her feet, how both of the cousin, they were standing with her. She is standing with her cousin, and she is enjoying. Okay, so all these things she is telling to her daughter. Her laughter is real and pleasant for the poet. It is a precious memory for her both. Her holiday and her laughter are amusing in an ironic way, as they are linked with her loss, which requires a forced state of freedom from pain. Now the poet's mother is dead for nearly as many years as that girl in the picture lived. The poet feels at a loss of words to comment on this event, her death. It is a solemn moment, and its silence makes her silent. Now children, the poet is very sad because children, she is remembering her mother's smiles, when she is remembering her mother when she was showing her that photograph. That photograph now Shirley Dawson she is having in her hand, and she is remembering her mother, who is no more now, who is dead. Okay, and children, the poet feels at a lot of words to comment on this event, her death. And children, it is a moment of silence for Torley. She is remembering her mother. She is remembering that moment when her mother was showing that photograph to her. She was so happy. Okay, thus the poetess pays a tribute to her mother. It is the old photograph that moved her to silence. Okay, so children, now children, I will be doing the explanation of the poem. Okay, and children, I will be reading the first of all extracts. The cardboard shows me how it was. When the two girls' cousins went paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hand, and she, the big girl, some 12 years or so. The cardboard shows me how it was. Children, what is the meaning of the cardboard here? Children, here cardboard means the thick children paper of that photograph. Okay, and children, in fact, the cardboard here indicates to the photograph. Then the two, so this photograph is showing what to Shirley Dawson. She is showing when the two girls' cousin went paddling. So when the two girls' cousin they went paddling, when they swam into the when they swam in the sea. All right, and transient is temporary. When the two girls cousin went paddling, paddling means children they were when the mother and the two cousins they went paddling, okay, and they swam into the sea. Each one holding one of my mother's hands. So children they were both holding the hand of their mother. Who the two cousins they were holding the hands of a mother, and children the photograph was taken quickly, okay, each one holding one of my mother's hand, and she the big girl some 12 years or so, and children the big girl was who is the big girl here? First of all, the big girl here is Poet's mother, and children please underline this, her age is 12 years, okay. Each one holding one of my mother's hand, and she the big girl some 12 or years or so. Children, these three big girls they were 12 years or so. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera. No children, let me explain this. So the cardboard shows me how it was. When the two girls cousins they went paddling, they went for swimming. Children, each one holding one of my mother's hand. The mother was the eldest one. Okay, she was of 12 years of age, and the big girl some 12 years or so. All three stood still to smile through their hair. Children, all three were standing. They were smiling through their hair. At the uncle with the camera, a sweet face, my mother's that was before I was born, and the sea which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. So children, all the three girls they were standing, they were smiling through their hair. They were smiling through their hair. Okay. When the two girls cousin they went paddling, they children paddling is here. All three stood still to smile through their hair. Through their hair, means children their hair is flying over their face, and children when the and children their smile can be seen through the hair. At the uncle with the camera, a sweet face. Children, the uncle is standing with the camera to capture their sweet faces. Okay. My mother's that was before I was born. She is telling my mother was there when I was. This was the photograph of mother when she was not born. And the sea which appears to have changed less. And children, everything is changed now except the seas which is not a change, and if there is a change it is so less change that she is not able to see that change. Washed their terribly transient feet, and children the sea was washing their feet. Transient means temporary. The feet it was not, sometime the waves were falling on the feet of its mother and it was going, so children in parts the sea was washing the feet of the mother. Now see Betty. Now the mother is telling that see Betty and Dolly. She would say, and love how they dressed us for the beach. The sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter. Children, this is very important line. He is telling The now children, in this line children, the writer is telling about the two past memories. One is the past memories of her mother. What is the past memory of her mother? The sea holiday. Okay, children, when she went with her cousin to take bath in the sea, this was her past memory. And children, the memory of his daughter is when she is remembering, children, the memory of her mother when she was smiling and showing her the photograph. This is the memory of the daughter. Okay. And children, being grown up, she has lost the innocence and pleasure of her childhood. The narrator has now lost her mother, so her laughter was also past for the narrator. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived, and of these circumstances there is nothing to say at all. Its silence is silences. According to the poem, she had been died 12 years of age. Okay, when she was, now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived. And of these circumstances there is nothing to say at all. It's silence. So children, what is the circumstances referred to be here? The circumstances here referred to be here is the death of poet's mother. And children, what is the mood of poet's mother? She is quite sad. Okay, solemn means she has become very serious. When her mother died, she has become very serious. Children, now I will be discussing some of the important words from the book. Children, like paddling means wading or rowing of a boat. Transient means temporary. So what is the meaning of transient here? Transient here means temporary. And children, if you will look at the meaning of paddling here, paddling means walking or standing with barefoot in shallow water. This is the meaning of paddling. When you will find in dictionary, this would be the first meaning. And transient means staying in a place for only too short time, but here it means temporary. So children, here remember the meaning of transient is temporary here in this poem. Children, first we will discuss the textual question answer, and then I would like to discuss some extra question answer with you. So what does the word cardboard denote in the poem? Why has this word been used? The word cardboard denotes the photograph pasted on a hard thick paper. This word has been used to refer to a practice in the past when photographs were pasted on cardboard and framed with glass front to preserve them. What has the camera captured? The camera has captured the three girls, the poet mother and her two cousins, Betty and Dolly, in their swimming dresses with the poet's mother in the middle and the two cousins on either side, holding her hands and walking with bare feet in sea water. What has not changed over the years? Does this suggest something to you? The sea has not changed over the years. Okay, its waves are as fresh, shining and tireless as they were years ago. The changelessness of sea reminds us of the change in human face with advancing age. Now children, the sea is unchanged, but the change of the poet faces, mother faces indicated here. So children, here the poet is saying that with the time the age grips us. Okay, as they change in human face with advancing age. Now fourth, the poetess mother laughed at the snapshot. What did this laugh indicate? This laugh indicated her joy at remembering an incident connected with her past life when she was quite young and free from the tension and worries of life. What is the meaning of the lie? Both cry with labor ease of loss. The sea holiday and the laughter of the poet's mother are incident of the past. There is a sense of loss associated with them. Both are amusing yet disappointing, as the state of feeling comfortable or relaxed is unnatural or forced one. This sense of loss is quite painful to bear. What does this circumstances refer to? This circumstances refer to the death of the poet's mother. Now children, the three stanza depicts three different phases. Okay. The girlhood of the poet's mother, the period before the birth of the past, her middle age, the period during the childhood of the past, period after the death of the poet's mother. Now children, we will try to do some additional question and answer, and this is very important, you have to hear, okay, and try to listen carefully all the questions. And children, we have already, I think two teachers has explained you this, and now I think you will be quite be able to tell me the answer questions. Okay, which incident has been captured in the snapshot? Which incident? The incident depicts three girls who had gone for a swim in the sea and were standing still for a short time, smiling at the camera. This group photo captured their joys beyond sprint and freedom of girlhood. Children, when the girls before marriage, they are much more free. Okay, when they got married, they've got a lot of responsibility on them. What do you learn about the poetess mother from the photograph? The poetess mother was a big girl even at the age of 12. She had a sweet face and enjoyed swimming as well as wading in sea water with her cousin. Years later, she laughed at the clothes they had put on for the sea holiday. How did the three girls face the camera? They removed hair from their face and stood smiling in the shallow water near the beach. Betty and Dolly stood on either side of the poetess mother holding one of their hands. What do you think made the poetess mother laugh? The dress and behavior of their cousin Betty and Dolly made the poetess mother laugh. It is evident that they had put on some quaint dresses which amused her. The poetess mother laughed at her past. How does the poet relate to her past? The sea holiday was a past experience for the poetess mother. A glimpse of the photograph perhaps revived some feeling of shared joy, and she laughed. For the poet, her laughter is an incident of the past. It is amusing in ironic manner. The sense of loss overcomes the pleasure. Why do you think does the poet says nothing about her mother's death? The poet says nothing about her mother's death. Okay. She said nothing about her poet's mother's loss of her old, and because her children. This is the question, children. The poet has no word to express her reaction to this solemn and painful incident. Death silences everyone. The extensive quietness and prevailing gloom silences her. Why would the poet mother's laugh at the snapshot? The poet mother would laugh at the snapshot as it would revive her memories of the old happy days on the sea and sea beach and the strange ways in which they were dressed for the beach. What are the losses of the poet's mother and the poet? So children, the poet mother loss is of her old and happy days on the sea beach, while the loss of the poet is the beautiful smile of her mother as she is now dead. Okay children, so these are some of the additional short questions. Okay, and children, we will do some of the long question which will come in the examination. And what are these long questions, children? These long questions are like, first of all children, I will be telling you how to write a long question. Okay, writing long question is a bit difficult. It is not very easy. So children, when you write a long question, okay, you have to read the question 2 times or 3 times. You have to read that question many times. Why children you have to read that question many times? Because children, the thing is that children, long question, it has a lot of content you have to write, and children, without understanding the meaning of that content, you won't be able to write it properly. Okay, so children, even if you feel that you have understood that long question which is a bit tough to write, you have to, children, what you have to do, children, you have to read and read it 2 and 3 times. Okay, you have to read and reread 2 or 3 times that long question, right? And children, after reading that long question, after reading that long question, children, you will be, what you will be doing, children? After reading that long question, what you will do? You will, children, after reading that long question, you have to write down the point somewhere, or think that points in your mind. Okay, and children, then you have to write that long question in 2 to 3 parts, in 2 to 3, at least in 3 paragraphs. Okay, 2 large size paragraph or 3 small size paragraph. This you have to see. Okay, now children, the other important tip, children, don't scribble, don't scribble it, and don't overdo overwriting, because children, it will give a bad impact to your teacher. She or he will feel that you are uncertain of your answer. Okay, what they will feel, that you are uncertain of your answer. Write neatly, your answer should be relevant, your answer should be to the point. Okay, no unnecessary thing. And children, the most important thing is there, you should write all the 3 paragraphs in such a way that you should know. Okay, you should know, children, that which sequence should come first. Writing paragraph is not a very easy thing. You have to know that the first paragraph is about what, second paragraph is about what, third paragraph is about what. You should know this thing. First paragraph is about what, second paragraph is about what, third paragraph is about what. Okay, children, you will know that, children, this you will know that writing paragraph is not a, children, easy thing. You have to know which should come. Even in the paragraph, in all the 3 paragraphs, children, you should know that which sequence should come first. Okay, which sequence should come second. So this should be there. Now, children, a question is there. Okay, so what type of long question can come, children? First of all, children, this type of question can come that write the summary of the poem, or what is the message and the theme of the poem. All right, so children, what is the message? You have to write it. Okay, the message is that, children, we should always take care of, whenever we are in free, we should always remember which is very dear to us. Okay, and mothers are very, very important to us. Even if they are not with us, we should always give respect to them. We should always love them. And one of the long question is, what impression do you form of the poetess and the poetess mother after reading the poem A Photograph? A very nice question, children. The poem presents the poet as a sensitive person who is quite affectionate towards her mother and is deeply attached to her. She loves her sweet face and notes the changes in it as she advances in her age. That means, children, the poet tells that with the time, the age grips us all. She remembers all the incidents connected with her life, including her laughing on looking at the photograph. She finds it hard to bear her death. The pangs of separation stun her to speechlessness. The poetess mother appeared as a physically well-formed person with sweet faces. Now, children, here the presence of the poetess mother, they wanted to tell that she is there with the poet, and the children focus on a sweet smile and sweet face and beautiful smile. She has a friendly temperament and free mixing nature. She has great affection for her 2 girl cousins and goes with them for a sea holiday where they put on quaint dresses. She poses with them smilingly for a snap. Her laughter on seeing the dresses in the snap shows her fine temperament and good humor. Okay, now children, the poetess here, she realized that her mother is no more. Okay, she is very much sad, solemn and painful towards that incident, and she know that death makes silence to everyone. The poet mother loss is of her old happy days on the sea beach, while the loss of the poet is in the beautiful smile of her mother as she is now dead. So with this children, I complete this division of this poem, and tomorrow I will be teaching you something else in my other video. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.